Welcome to EXPodcast, the only podcast on the internet that will actually make your dick bigger. Today I'm here with Jose Maestre.
Hey, people, how you all doing?
Is that how you say your name?
It's Maestre, but
I said it right then.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah. I've known you for a long time and I can't get your last name right.
Nobody can, though.
So Jose has been featured on other episodes of EXPodcast and more in the future. Also heavily on my Instagram, Cheetos Cereal. You should check them out. There's going to be some new videos and content coming up, Jose themed, soon enough. We're going to meme him up, hopefully. That's the goal here. He's giving me a real evil look here, but
I'm excited.
If you could see it, it would burn a hole in your soul because it's so beautiful. All right, so I want to remind everyone that you can find more EXPodcast and Jose at choosemyownadventurepodcast.com and on iTunes or anywhere where you can find podcasts. Also, check out Michael Fox. He is our music guy. He does our intro and outro music. Ambassador Fox at SoundCloud is where you can find him. He does great stuff. Check him out. He's really good. So anyways, I'm really eager to get into this. Jose, I really would love to know how you're doing today.
I am doing phenomenal. I'm doing better than last
Phenomenal?
episode. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby.
You're like an android now.
Oh, hell
you're
yeah,
upgraded.
baby. I'm horny.
Are you?
I'm ready.
Well, I don't know if I can help you with that, but I got a Nintendo 64
right.
over here that needs a dick. But I mean, so yeah, what's different about you now?
I'm more excited. I was not very excited last episode. Well, I was.
Were you not excited? Did I bore you?
No.
Is the EX podcast boring?
Yeah, you're very boring, Leon.
Well, I know that. I mean, this is gonna flop hard.
No, I was just like not in a good place, so I was like not as excited because I was like, Leon, like I told Leon, I was like, Leon, like, can you give me critique? Did I do really good?
I thought you did good.
And he was like, you did good, but you were not excited as much for Bayonetta. And I'm like, you're right. You're super right. I should have been more excited.
Get it the fuck
Bayonetta.
Together, dude.
So, but I took ecstasy and I'm good now. I'm ready. I'm ready to hit.
You did what?
I took ecstasy.
We do not we cannot condone drug use on EXPodcast.
Oh, sorry.
But Jose is his own man and he's an adult. And you know, how old are you now?
I am 12.
Okay, so a little bit younger.
No, I'm 23. I'm 23.
So a little bit older than our birthday girl this year, Nintendo 64, who we're going to be talking about. But yeah, so I'm great. You're feeling. I'm happy. I'm also great, but I'm really glad that you're feeling well this time.
No, I'm super good. And I also want to add to that, like, I'm also a recent graduate, and like I graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Writing. So, like, a lot of my comments are going to be aimed towards story because I'm good with anything that has to do with that.
I've written a few things.
So,
I know how to write. Can I have a degree?
Yes.
Okay. They just hand them out.
I'm doing a degree no one likes
fucking
to do.
Millennials, am I right? Shit. Okay, so... God, I feel so dirty saying that. All right, so before we get started, I really want to tell the listeners a story. This has nothing to do with our subject today, but... today while working at the video game store I work at, Planet Fun, located in beautiful Savannah, Georgia, something very funny happened to me. So today, so something funny usually happens, but this story is definitely worth telling. So essentially what happened was I was working at the countertop and this young kid comes up to me and his hair was cut like a power mushroom, which was great. And he's like, coming up, he comes up to me and says, "Hey, you got blood?" And I was like, in my body. And my coworker John, who you'll hear of on future episodes, was like, "I got like 6 pints of it." And like this kid's like, "No, like blood, like the video game." And I was like, I'm like an encyclopedia of games, and I'm like, the fuck is Blood the game? If this exists, I want to play Blood the game.
Are you for real?
So I turn around. We use this website called pricecharting.com to look up games, and it's really good. If you just type in the name of a game, it pops up, so you can see if the game exists. So I type in Blood into this website browser, then Blood, not Blood the game, but just Blood, and
okay.
Pops up, of course, like Blood Omen and things like that, and Blood Rain and all that. So I turn to the kid and I go, "Hey, is it possible? Like, what console are you looking for?" He's like, any console with blood on it." And I was like, "Okay, could it be Blood Omen?" And he says, "Try Blood 2." So I'm like, the fuck? Blood 2? Okay. So I turn around, right? And John at this point is losing it. I turn around and I type Blood 2 in. And I usually don't humor people like this, but I just want to play Blood. So I type in Blood 2 and nothing comes up. Like, this game does not exist. Like, this kid doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, you know, I don't think Blood 2 is a thing. And I'm saying this, and I turn around. The kid's gone. Just disappeared.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, just gone.
Are you serious?
Fucking kid's gone. And I looked at I looked around the stores. It's not there. But yeah, man.
Did you like went outside and like check? Like
no, I didn't check that much because you know it's just a good story. But like, if any of you listeners can point me in the direction of Blood the game, or send me a copy.
Blood 2.
No, Blood 2. Fuck Blood 1. I want to play Blood 2. There's more blood in Blood 2 than Blood 1. And yeah, it tickled my fancy, and I thought it was a real fun time. Good stuff.
I have
got blood.
I have a story. At a few days ago at my job, somebody came out to drop a resume.
Okay. They're applying.
Yeah, they're applying.
What job? Where do you work?
I work at a coffee shop as a barista. And like.
Ooh, how fancy! I like that. That's a $10 word there.
Making good coffee for everyone.
Oh. I want a cup of that.
So this like girl drops this resume and first of all, I don't know what's up with people in resumes, but they look terrible these days. Like nobody like takes time to sign them.
A lot of people don't know what they are either.
No, exactly. Yeah. You're right. You're right, because this girl wrote on the skills, my favorite skills, and I think everybody should have the skills, by the way. But she wrote customer satisfaction.
Ooh. I mean, that's a good skill.
I was ready to go on my knees, you know,
and interview her.
Yeah, and interview her.
Jose.
I was laughing so much.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
That's
good. The best resume that I ever got at the store was Tony Obert, my roommate, applied to where I work as a joke with a picture of Sideswipe from Transformers, I believe, but it was like it had a Soundwave quote on it, and it said "I am Soundwave," like. Y'all must not resist or something like that. Something very Tony. And it was like the best part about it was printed out and it was like faded.
Oh my god.
Resistance is futile.
Oh yes, resistance is futile.
Reminds me of when I jokingly applied to Planet Fun and I put in a picture of Bruce Jenner.
Oh yeah, Bruce Jenner, yeah. Yeah. We've had a lot of joke resumes, but yeah, that's a good story, Jose. I liked it.
It was great.
Yeah, but yeah, So anyways, I'm sure the listeners are really itching to hear what our topic is today.
Yes, I'm super excited.
And as you may or may not know, the Nintendo 64 recently had its 21st birthday. And girl, was it a birthday.
24th birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right. So it had its 21st birthday. It went out and got fucked up. Like, it got fucked up, dude. It went out on the town with all of its friends. And what do you do on your 21st birthday? You take 21 shots.
21 shots.
Which is very dangerous.
21
you
shots.
take 21 shots. And oh my God.
In
that
Puerto Rico,
drunk
I got 21
bitch.
slaps.
That drunk bitch. She drank 21 shots. And so we thought it would be fun if instead of taking 21 shots with Nintendo 64, we're going to take 21 shots at Nintendo 64. Because that bitch is such a fan favorite. She she's loved by all, and it's time to take her down a notch, I think. You know?
I think so?
It's time.
I think it's time.
You think it's time?
We need to roast that.
All right. So I think that we should take 21 shots at Nintendo 64. We're going to bring her home. She's going to eat some like greasy pizza. We're going to bring her home, tuck her in. We're going to we're going to be nice to her afterwards. But she just has too big of a head and she needs to be told what's up.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Number one.
Okay,
that fucking controller. All right. Shot number one. Dip it back. It's like the Wii fucked a Super Nintendo controller. Where do you put your hand?
It really looks like an advanced like sex toy.
Yeah, dude. Do you have that many holes?
Like
I don't.
Saying,
Wait, maybe I do.
It looks.
Yeah,
like,
I could do it.
Like if you actually look at like some sex toys out there. They're really weirdly shaped, and like I believe that this was a sex toy.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe that they got the idea from a sex toy. Actually.
Damn. Actually, fun fact, and this is not necessarily a shot, but fun fact: if you have a Wii lying around, go grab your Wii nunchuck and realize it as it blows your mind that the Wii nunchuck is just the middle part of the 64 controller. It's literally the same exact thing.
You're right. You're actually.
It's the stick and the Z
now
button.
that I think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's a little knowledge dropped on you by Leon the Great over here at EXPodcast. So credit where credit's due, bitches. All right, so man, I'm getting a big head
The
right
things
now
I don't
because
think about, and
yeah.
you tell me.
yeah. All right, shot number 2. Are you ready? Are you feeling tipsy yet?
Number two.
Number 2.
Number dos.
All right. Yeah, numero dos.
Number dos.
Okay, it's a Roach Motel. All right, it's a fucking Roach Motel. If you've ever had to clean your Nintendo 64 or worked at a game store like I have, this is a very specific gripe, but it literally attracts roaches. It's Nintendo 64 has her legs open for any roach, like any train kid who wants to get in there. The fucking expansion port is open because if you open that up, it's just like there's a heat shield, there's roaches underneath, and then on top. It's just disgusting. It's not the system's fault, but I mean, like, you gotta have some standards. Come
I feel
on.
like mine.
Just because you're so popular does not mean you have to, really play
it's
into
a little
it.
home for the roaches.
It's like a diva, dude.
It's a mansion for the roaches.
Ooh. Upstairs and downstairs. All right. Shot number 3.
Número tres.
Numero tres.
Tres.
Numero tres. Shot number 3 is okay. So of course. You take 21 shots on your birthday, right?
Okay.
Also, I'd like to point out that 21 games is how big the Nintendo 64 library is. Like, give me some fucking options. I know that you're trying to do a thing where it's like, oh, hey, we have all first party games, but it's like 21 games in your library essentially.
Honestly, it didn't hit me until you mentioned it, but do you remember going to Blockbusters or whatever to I don't know if you ever did that, but they had games.
Yes, I've been to Blockbusters before.
And,
I'm ancient.
And I just realized they don't really now that I remember, I was there were not a lot of games. It was just one column.
For you chitlins who don't know what Blockbuster is, it's this mystical land, sort of like Valhalla, where after you get home from school on Friday night, if your parents are lucky enough to let you have a sleepover, because Netflix didn't exist at the time, they're like,
oh, honey, maybe we should go out and get a film to watch with the kids. We should go get The Shining.
And
we can get the children something fun, like Muppet Babies.
And you're like, oh yeah, but you know what we really want? We want a video game. So they bring you to Blockbuster Land, and you go there and you do this thing called renting a game. It's sort of like Redbox, except you've got to bring it back, and there's tons of late fees. And yeah, I mean, it was a great time. It was super exciting to go to Blockbuster.
I didn't return them.
Jose didn't return them and probably fucked his mom's credit score.
Probably.
Yeah. Sorry, Jose's mom. You're
Sorry,
really sweet.
Mommy.
But yeah. All right. So next shot. You ready for this?
Okay. Number 4.
Numero
Quattro.
Oh wow. It's gonna get to a point where we're not gonna be able to count anymore. Because I'm stupid. So okay. So numero quattro. Nintendo 64 is a little bit of a heartless bitch. She hurt Sony's feelings really bad. Because at first she was like he passed her the note that said, "Hey, check yes if you want to go see the movie with me. Do you want to go to the movies with me? Let's go see Hitch with well, who was that? Will Ferrell? No, yeah. That was fucking Will Smith.
It's
not
Will
Will
Smith,
Ferrell.
Will Smith.
Yeah. Oh, you want to go see Hitch with me? And then Nintendo 64 checked yes, and then she didn't show up.
They never showed up.
So Sony and Nintendo were gonna make 64 together. It was gonna be a dual console. There's a lot of rumors about what it would be. There's some prototypes were found, and then they just there was a lot of arguments between the companies. I'm not really sure on the history exactly. This is not a fucking history podcast. Go watch any YouTube channel.
Or just Wiki it, really.
Yeah.
Just Google it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stories. I'm not sure which one's the right one, but from what I heard is that Nintendo at the last minute was like, never mind. Never mind. So
I'm gonna masturbate right over
and
here.
They never really apologize, and I think Sony stays up late at night thinking about that.
They probably have it Like they have like a in the
Oh,
back
they
of the
have
memory.
the shell of their lost love. What
they
could
still,
have
like,
been?
have a crush, you know.
Yeah, they have a crush on their like high school crush still. It's like, but they're like fucking 40.
They have a document that says what could it be, what
All
could
right.
have been.
So number 5. Let's move on to number 5.
Cinco.
Cinco.
Okay. See, this is really educational for me. I'm learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I took 4 years of Spanish in high school and I retained none of it because it was different fucking Spanish for every teacher. It was like Mexican Spanish and like Puerto Rico Spanish. Because you know both of it because you're from Mexico and Puerto Rico.
Hell yeah, I am. Also, like Spanish was my lowest grade, by the way.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, pause the podcast.
Yeah,
Not
did I ever tell
actually,
you
not
that?
actually. No, Spanish was your lowest grade,
Spanish
but
was my lowest
for
grade.
viewers, if you couldn't tell, Jose is a Spanish person or Hispanic.
I'm Hispanic.
Hispanic,
like,
yeah.
No, like Spanish was my lowest grade. My mom would be like, I don't get it. You speak Spanish.
How-
How do you fucking get like a goddamn B on the class or C?
How the fuck?
Like, I don't get it. Like, she would really legit get upset.
Man, is that why sometimes when I ask you like what is this in Spanish, you're like,
Yeah.
Are you just really good at like doing the accent and you're just kind of tan, you're like Hawaiian actually or something?
Yeah,
And, like
I'm a faker.
yeah, you're a faker. When you say you go back to Puerto Rico to see your family, you're just like hiding in the bushes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right. So, okay. So what were we on 5?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
at five.
Okay.
5.
So shot number 5, getting a little tipsy now, is Mario Party. The invention of Mario Party was on the fucking 64, and that bitch breaks up friends. There's 3 of them, not just one. Like, one was not enough for her. Like, she had to lose 3 friendships. And if you've ever played Mario Party with your friends, those people aren't your friends because they hate you now because you played Mario Party.
You're
with
right.
them.
Leon and I has a really intense history of like
Party games.
party game.
Why are they called party games if they're not fun? Aren't parties supposed to be fun? Isn't that the thing? Yeah, I've actually shed blood over Mario Party. I think Mario Party 8. At one point, I was playing with 4 friends, and I was like so mad I jumped up and I tore my big toe open, and there's blood everywhere. And we had to pause the mini game, right? So that I could go wash my foot up, put a bandage on it. My friends were so spiteful at me at the time. They continued playing. They continued playing the game. And there's my blood on the floor and the Wiimote was like on the
Ugh.
ground or whatever.
Ugh.
But yeah, Mario Party is an evil fucking game.
So is Amiibo Festival. But we'll get into
Amiibo
that
Festival is another story. I do like Dokapon Kingdom though. But that's
Wait, that's the one
because
that you like level up.
it's an
right?
RPG Mario
Yeah,
Party. That game's
I remember
fun.
that. That's really fun.
That one
actually.
doesn't make me salty for some reason.
Not really, no.
Because there's less RNG. I
Yeah,
think.
you're right. There
Yeah.
is less RNG.
Yeah, but yeah, Mario Party. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right,
Go suck
So,
a dick.
number 6, shot 6. Line it up.
Say.
Yeah. Get some. What's an alcohol that you shot? Goldschlager.
Goldschlager.
Vodka. Potato wine. I don't know. All right, so shoot
Some
it back
weird
for
name.
number 6, my boys. All right, we got the Mario Party again joystick issue. They don't really do it that much anymore, but back in the day, they released a fucking glove because there were like several hundred Mario Party minigames where you place your motherfucking palm on top of the very sharp Nintendo 64 joystick and rotate it as fast as you can, like you're wax oning, wax offing, and then it bores a hole right through your hand out the other side. Like, it is evil. And not only does it do that, but it destroys Nintendo 64 controllers. If you're listening to this, pause this podcast right the fuck now and go get your Nintendo 64 controller and look on either side of the joystick. If there's white debris just in the plastic lining that will never come out again without Magic Eraser, you played some fucking Mario Party. And if it's like a limp dick, if it's just like like if you hold it straight in front of your face and it's looking at the ground, you played Mario Party 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my god, they were actually designed really weird too.
Huh?
Like the joystick itself, it was really weirdly designed.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you know, she's drunk
It
as
looked
shit.
like it was going to.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
It looks like it was being penetrated on the ass.
She's now transformed. Yeah, she's 6 shots in. She's a woo girl now. Woo! Mario Party, woo!
Mario Party, my favorite game in the world.
Okay, so number 7,
7, 7.
the expansion pack. I bought that shit. I spent those cartridges were not cheap. Some of them were like $70, okay?
They were expensive.
Yes. I bought that shit, and then you're telling me I need an expansion pack? I mean, I know DK64 came with an expansion pack. I get that. But, like, Rogue Squadron doesn't need it, but it looks better. Gauntlet is only 4 players with the expansion pack. Like, Perfect Dark needs the expansion pack. I'm just like, why? You just instead of making it Nintendo 64, just make it Nintendo 69, and then I don't need to have the expansion pack. Just add those extra RAM in there. Just ram it in there.
And the one that you could play like other games. Remember, like the Game Boy Color games.
Oh, you're talking about the transfer pack that came with Pokemon Stadium? Yeah. Well, that one wasn't so bad because that came with Stadium. So that was not.
Wasn't that for Pokemon actually exactly?
It was for Pokemon. Yeah, you could play.
I thought you could put whatever.
No, I don't think.
But
so.
I remember playing Pokemon specifically. But now that
it was for Pokemon and bring in your sweet ass Charizard into Stadium. But no, we're not saying good things about Nintendo 64. So
right.
we talk about that later. Yeah. We're gonna be mean now because this is what she needs. This is good for her. This is good for her. All right, so the expansion pack, bullshit, fucking bullshit. All right, then it's the Rumble pack. Buy a fucking a Rumble pack. You buy a fucking piece of plastic and your controller shakes. But like, what if you need the goddamn other thing in there, like a memory card or the transfer pack? Can you not have Rumble and transfer at the same time? Like, guys, I know the technology wasn't there. Like, I'm just complaining. But like, she's drunk and she needs to be berated. Okay, she needs to be berated. Was that number 8?
Yeah, you're right.
That was number 8. No, we're gonna go with 8. I think it was 8.
Was it? Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I'm drunk now.
I lost count.
Yeah, we're just drinking. Okay, number 8. We're gonna do 8 for the rest of them. This is number 8.
We're just
gonna
say
number
8 for all of them.
Ocho, right?
8, ocho.
Oh damn! See, I'm good at counting. All right, number 9. The memory card. Another thing that goes in the butt of the Nintendo 64 controller. It's just gaping, waiting for it to come in. Like its mouth's like, oh, and like you just put the memory card in there. Now I know everybody. The Nintendo 64 good games, like the really good ones, they save on their own. They knew what we wanted. But if you're a wrestling fan, or God forbid a sports fan, like damn, like
that was hard.
Yeah, the memory card is required. Like you need it, and if you don't have it, get fucked. Also, there are some cool games like Beetle Adventure Racing and stuff like that need the memory card to save. But it's just like, oh yeah, thanks. It's like DLC before DLC, like or accessories. I mean, I know accessories are more expensive now, but I'm just talking about like young Leon, like screaming at his allowance, which I didn't actually have. All right, so let's see.
10.
Yeah, numero 10. No Mega Man 64 2. Because, like, Mega Man 64 is a port of Mega Man Legends.
Yes.
And I know the 64 port wasn't great. I get that. But us poor Nintendo kids really wanted to play Mega Man because we played Mega Man on the other consoles.
You're right.
And I would really have liked a Mega Man 64 2. But she was just like, no, Mega Man's dumb. I don't like it. Leave it on the gay station. You know, like...
Which is really sad and depressing, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
Really
depressing. What if you... How would you feel, Jose? How would you feel if... You're like, I bought Mega Man Legends 64, right? And then, like, you're, like, reading your Nintendo Power, getting ready for Mega Man Legends 64 2, right? And then Nintendo Power's like, we announced the GameCube! No Mega Man Legends 64 2 for Jose Mestre 2.0.
Sorry!
Yeah, sorry. Would you maybe rip that magazine in half?
I would do what my mom did one time when I was reading A Naughty Boy.
A naughty boy? Oh yeah, naughty boy.
A naughty boy. It's when she like grabbed my Nintendo 64 and just smashed it against the ground.
Did it survive?
No.
Wow, your mom's strong. Because Nintendo 64s can take a beating.
Yeah.
You were reading a naughty boy?
I was being a naughty boy.
Damn. Well, you know what? Was it worth it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It made me really sad.
Yeah. You're like, why did you smash my 64?
It made me behave more.
That's my crying Jose whining. It made you behave more? Damn. Okay. In the future, if I make the mistake of having a child, I will smash all their stuff.
Yeah, it works. It works. I'll tell you. It
Damn,
works.
that's abusive.
It's very abusive, but it works.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually do that.
No, me neither. But
yeah.
Actually, no. Bullshit, I would.
Yeah. Unless my kid was a
lying.
shit. I'd like throw his stuff in the bathtub.
I'm lying. I would.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I talked about this with Nick.
Yeah. Okay. So, next one. I don't remember what number we're on. It doesn't matter.
11.
Is it 11?
Once.
Yeah. Okay. Number taco. We're on no Metroid. No Metroid.
You're right.
No Metroid.
No Metroid. That's
Okay.
fucked up. Nintendo.
This
that's
is how
fucked
bad
up.
my little boy brain wanted a Metroid game. When I was a little kid, I wanted Metroid so bad that I would think about how cool it would be to have Metroid on the Nintendo 64 all the time, and I ended up having a little boy dream about Nintendo 64's Metroid 64, okay? And I had this dream that I went to my dentist office, and they had it in the dentist office, and I played it, but it was like, I was like, oh my god, this game does exist. And it was so vivid, and I remember all the gameplay, right? And I was a little piece of shit, and I would never do this. I do not condone stealing, but I took it and I put it in my diaper, okay? And I ran home, and I hid it under my bed in the dream, so my mom wouldn't see that I stole it. And I was like, I'm gonna leave it there for a while, and then I'm gonna just start playing it in like a month, and then my mom won't question it, right? Okay, so then I woke up from my dream, and I thought it was so real that I spent the whole entire day tearing everything out from under my bed to find Metroid 64. That's how bad I wanted that game.
Pretty...
And then I asked my mom, like, hey, when we went to the dentist yesterday, did you find anything in my diaper? And she was like, we didn't go to the dentist yesterday. And I was like, oh my god, it was a dream. It blew my little fucking mind.
Would you have wanted the Metroid to be a side scroller?
Okay, Little Me was probably like, just Super Metroid with like 3D sprites or whatever.
Say, yeah.
But like now it's probably a good thing they didn't make a Metroid for the Nintendo 64 because it probably would have been like shitty Turok or something. But Nintendo did do good polish. I'm not sure. I don't think Metroid really would have been great on the 64. I think it was good they waited till GameCube to do like Prime and stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't know. My little kid mind would have loved it. So
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, 12. 12.
She broke up with Square. She just left him in the dust. Like Final Fantasy VI was a huge title. It's Square Enix now. I don't know if it was like Square Enix at the time.
I thought of a Square legit. It's like he broke up with the Square, and I'm like,
no, not the
what?
fucking Square. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Square Enix used to be Square, and Enix used to be a separate company that did also really great games like Evo
point.
Search for Eden. But yeah, so now they're Square Enix, and they may have been at that time as well, because it was actually a lot earlier than I realized. But yeah, so she broke up with Square. We're just going to say Square Enix for you younger viewers out there just to help you. So she broke up with Square Enix, and Square Enix was really good to her. He treated her really well. He would carry her over puddles. He wasn't like a My Lady gentleman per se, but he was a gentleman, Yeah. He took her out to nice expensive places to eat because he knew that she was worth it.
Right.
And he really respected her, and that's the sign of a true gentleman, not the cringy kind, is respecting a lady, but not because they're female, but because they're human. Well, in this case, a console. But
I mean,
and she just left him in the dust, and he gave us Final Fantasy IV in Japan, and he gave us Final Fantasy 3/6 in America. He gave us some NES ones. He did give us Mystic Quest, but every relationship goes through a rocky point. And
she became a lesbian. We all know it,
and that's okay. She didn't even. Yeah, she could have at least told him.
You're
so
right.
He was left in the dust, and he had to go over to. He needed CDs and not cartridges, so he needed to go. He went over to good old Sony. Wasn't really a happy transition, but out of spite, he made a great game. Final Fantasy VII. People like it for some reason. I'm just kidding. I like Final Fantasy VII.
I was like, honey, just letting you know, but I just became a lesbian.
Yeah. And he deserved more than that, And
right.
then maybe we would have got Final Fantasy VII on Nintendo 64 with 7 cartridges in a box.
Yeah.
So anyways, so yeah.
13.
Yeah, 13. Is that 13?
13.
Yeah, 13.
13
for all you Japanese speaking people out there. All right. Nintendo 64 is a really bad wingman. Not looking out for their buddies. Nintendo 64 was like, no third-party games really. We don't really need them. That's an extension upon the Square Enix thing.
Right.
They go out to bars and they'd be like, okay, I need you to distract his friend so I can Hank is just fucking hot, dude. Do you see his chin? That motherfucker is so hot. Like we need him on our console. You know, like the 3DO needs him, or we're gonna die.
I want him inside me.
Yeah, and Nintendo 64 is like,
Become
okay,
one.
I'll do it. And then she doesn't do it. She didn't even show up to the party.
You're right.
She barely shows up to her own party. She's fucking drunk now. This is like what, the 13th shot, but yeah. So no third party. All right.
14.
14. This is
Go.
a very important one.
Okay.
This is a high shelf grain alcohol that she's shooting back now.
Okay. What's happening?
This is she dated Rare. Okay? She dated Rare even though we all told her that Rare was a skanky ass hoe. Okay? Now Rare, I will say this. Rare was like really shooting for the stars. Rare made great games. Any game that's good that's on Nintendo 64 that's not a Nintendo game is usually a Rare game.
You're right.
But Rare is a harsh mistress to have, because we all told Nintendo 64, we said, Nintendo 64, Rare will betray you one day. And Nintendo 64 is like, no, Rare is the love of my life.
Yeah, no.
You don't know. We
Rare
have
was
something.
like, I'm going to stump you all over you, and you're going to take it.
Yeah, we have something special that nobody
And
could
more.
ever break. Guess who could break it? Big cock Xbox. that's who broke it, okay? That's who broke
a
it.
big black dick.
Yeah. Fucking Xbox, which good on them, whatever. Like Rare, in my opinion, is a shit ass company now. Well, not always, but I'm just really sore about
now.
nuts and bolts.
Well, you said now, so like.
Yeah, I mean the Rare. It's funny because like a joke is that I make all the time is that like the best Xbox One game is a bunch of Nintendo games, which is like the Rare replay, which is true in my opinion. But like, you know, I was fine with Rare going to a different company, but they made Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Unfor-fucking-givable.
Yep. No. Done.
Yeah, but no, we told her.
What is that game again? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. So we told her, right, that Rare was gonna cheat on her, and she didn't listen. And guess what? Look where she is now.
Yep.
When she gets drunk like this, well, maybe not this drunk, but
Not
drunk
this
like
drunk,
this, she just cries. Oh my god, I miss Rare so much. Where's our Banjo 3E?
3E.
Yeah. But yeah, we told her and
Alright.
she didn't listen.
16, right?
No, 16. I think
Right?
it's
Did I jump?
14,
No, we did 14. 15? 15. 15.
something.
15.
Okay, we'll just go Kinsey. That's fine.
It's your quinceañero.
It's Hey You Pikachu, the bane of my Christmas morning. My parents told me that I could have one expensive gift for Christmas, and I chose the $80 Hey You Pikachu with microphone included in extra big fucking box. And guess what? I opened it up as a something-year-old kid, maybe 12 or 14, or I don't even know how old I am anymore. A kid. And I plugged it into my Nintendo 64 on Christmas morning because the only other thing I got was fucking socks. And guess what? I knew in 5 fucking minutes that shit sucked. It was so bad. That game sucks. And I love Pokemon, and I just really would have taken just a bunch of mini games, but it just sucked. It didn't work.
How did
It
the
sucked.
microphone look like?
It looks like a tiny toothpick that's been spray painted gray, and it's very snappable, and it has this long black cord that comes out of it that just trips your grandma. If she comes over and it's laying across the
She's
floor,
gonna die.
anyone who drags their feet, dead. Absolutely dead. And of course, they'll die, and it rips your Nintendo 64 off the shelf and explodes it. So the fucking the fucking microphone sucks.
Hey, Grandma, can you trip already so that I can have your room?
So you can play Nintendo 64 alone. That's so funny.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. So yeah, Hey You Pikachu sucks.
Okay.
It was really pushed by Nintendo.
That's pretty depressing.
It is really sad. We'll take a moment of silence. Yeah. Okay.
let's go.
So
So
yeah, Hey You Pikachu was shitty.
Okay.
And I thought, that there could be no worse game on the Nintendo 64, but I was super wrong because we're lining up our next shot for Castlevania 64. Castlevania 64. I'm not even gonna really expand on this one. Do you like Castlevania, Jose?
I do, but not this one.
You like Castlevania, though?
I like Castlevania. Yeah.
Yeah, like what's your favorite Castlevania?
Like I don't know the name of it, but it was the one for the DS with Soma.
Okay.
I think it was.
Yes.
What's the name of that one?
That is the sequel to, let's see.
The one that you could take the souls. from the
Yeah,
enemies.
yeah. That's Aria of Sorrow and Aria of what's the DS one called? Aria of something. Torment?
Something. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the DS one I was
That
familiar with, but Aria of Sorrow is fantastic. It's a great Castlevania
It's my
game.
favorite.
Soma is cool, even though he's future Dracula or whatever.
You're right.
But he's awesome, and the soul mechanic is great. I think Bloodstained is going to use that, which is cool. Anyways, so those are things you like about Castlevania. Castlevania 64 has none of those, and it sucks, and it sucks real bad. Any mechanic you like about Castlevania 64 does it the worst possible.
It's pretty sad.
It's very sad. It's worse than Castlevania Judgment, the fighting game, on the Wii.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's fucking bad. Okay, so speaking of Castlevania Judgment, that brings us to our next fucking shot, which is fighting games on the Nintendo 64. What a travesty. Xena, Killer Instinct Gold, a lot of people argue, and I will give them that, but here's the thing. Why ever play that when you can just play the Super Nintendo one? Like, it's way better. Or the arcade one is even better.
I didn't like how the little skeletons look. They look weird.
Yeah. And I liked Flying Dragon, but Flying Dragon sucks. I thought it was fun as a kid, and I still like it, but it's nostalgia. And there's War Gods, which is awful. And it's just like a bunch of like pre-Virtua Fighter, like polygon rendered, like there's no jump animation. They just float into the air, and they're just like, gah, 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 gah. Although, if you want a good laugh, play the versus mode in Xeno Warrior Princess. It is really funny. It is really, really funny. It's just like early like face mocap, like pasted onto the polygon fighters from Smash Brothers, and like there's some awkward gameplay in that. But yeah, no. So fuck you, Nintendo 64 for the fighting games. Clay Fighter can suck a dick.
Oh my god, Clay Fighter. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god.
I don't want to deal with that.
Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, one of the rarest games that I found in a thrift store for like $2 because nobody knew what it was really funny though. Okay. So this one I know you're not familiar with, but the internet and any listeners that like Nintendo 64 will know the next shot, which is Superman 64. We're just getting worse and worse and worse. Superman 64, don't need to go on a spiel about it. Everybody knows that the game's awful.
Oh god.
Flying Through the Rings, the game. But yeah, Nintendo 64. Here is where they should be thrown in prison for this. Is they really pushed that game in the media, and they tried to sell it to kids, telling them that it was a fun game and worth their allowance. And for that, they deserve a big old boot to the butthole. And that's.
Did it have a commercial? I kind of want to see it.
I don't know. The only N64 commercial that matters is the Smash Brothers one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If you guys want to check that out, go pause the podcast or keep listening to it. Watch the YouTube video on Smash 64. Amazing. I wish they would still do those marketing campaigns. All right. So we're almost done. She's almost dead. Like she's
almost dead.
Yeah.
2 more, right?
3 more.
3 more. Ooh, let's
So we got Earthworm Jim 3D. If you're going to kill a game series, Earthworm Jim 3D is a really good way to do it because Earthworm Jim is a hard game, like 1 and 2, but they really were charming. Like Earthworm Jim's a cute character. Like he says groovy. It had that like weird like, you know, Ren and Stimpy, muscle suit kind of aesthetic to it. And then Earthworm Jim 3D came around and literally bent Earthworm Jim over, put a revolver to his head and said, "Good night, sweet prince," and blew his little worm body out of his muscle suit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was that. All right, so second to last one is man, she is drunk as fuck. We're almost there. Is all sports games except for NFL Blitz and the Mario sports games. Now, if you've never played NFL Blitz, it's really fun. You should check it out. Mario sports games are pretty fun. Mario Tennis was really good on the 64. But man, there are a billion Maddens. There are a billion NBA games. There are tons of soccer games, and they suck. And if you ever go to a retro game store, including Planet Fun, there is literally a wall of plastic, $2 a pop plastic. That's just like, buy me. Buy me. If there was like a big repo cart like market for N64, that would be great because then we could murder all the Madden 98s or whatever. But we can't. So
sorry, sports game.
Yep.
Although I don't know. I feel like almost every sports game it's terrible.
Yeah, well, there are.
Except the Mario ones. The Mario's are fun.
There
but I
are
mean,
some
like the very
exceptions.
like literal ones.
We're
are
gonna
just
have an
weird.
episode about sports games at some point because there are a lot of hidden gems with sports games. But we're gonna get into that. That's
Another
not
time.
for the shots. Another time, yeah.
She's
All right.
almost drunk though.
Are you ready for the last shot?
the last shot?
The last shot. Now this one was hard for me to think of, but I think it's pretty accurate.
Final shot.
Closing time. Last call, dude. Okay.
Time to.
So before we take her
ejaculate.
home, her mascara is running everywhere. She's just crying. She's drunk. She's sloppy. We're not gonna let Greg get at her because we're good friends. She's pretty much just, if you've ever seen the show Arrested Development, TM, which is a great show, she is essentially Job from Arrested Development, who is, as Will Arnett describes, as I was informed by one of my friends, a character who thinks they're the favorite, but is not. So go around being like, I'm the best, and behind your back, everyone's like, you're kind of the worst one. And Nintendo, as you listeners might know, is like my favorite. I
Right.
love Nintendo. I grew up with it. It's my favorite console. It's the only stuff I buy day one, pretty much. Even though I buy everything else too, because I'm insane. But Nintendo's just my favorite. I love it. But Nintendo 64 is great. It has some iconic games on it, but it maybe is the worst Nintendo console. People might disagree with that, but
No, I don't know.
a lot of people are like, oh, Wii U, but we're gonna get into why you're wrong later, and another thing because Wii U is amazing. But yeah, I mean,
No, I think 64 is the worst console.
ooh, and one of your favorite games is on it too.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay,
My
so
favorite. Yep.
so yeah, we've been really hard on Nintendo 64. She's had a long night. I think it's time to tuck her in a little bit. And it is her 21st birthday, and we've been buying Nintendo 64 for years now, and everybody loves it. It's been repackaged a million times, in forms of remastered games and blah 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 blah. So as much as Nintendo 64 deserves the slack that it gets, I do want to go on record saying, Nintendo 64, I'm really sorry for saying all those mean things about you.
We love you.
We do love you.
You're a bitch, but we love you.
You brought me lots of late nights. You got me grounded a bunch of times for playing games when I wasn't supposed
You
to.
made me grab those 3.
Those, yeah.
Those-
Did you grab all 3 at the same time?
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Uh,
Do you got monster hands? I got these weird little baby hands. They're really good for Street Fighter. That's about it.
You're right.
But yeah, we want to say we're sorry. And by an apology, we are going to list some of the coolest Nintendo 64 games around. We got Mario 64, baby. We got Zelda Ocarina of Time. We got Smash 64. Woo woo. We got Banjo-Kazooie, a really good one. We got Legend of Zelda, The Majora's Mask. We've got Bomberman 64, Yoshi Story
64.
007, GoldenEye, Kirby and the Crystal Shards, Mario Kart 64, Paper Mario, Jeff vs. Gemini, Conker's Bad Fur Day, ooh, Pokemon Stadium, Star Fox 64, and Mystical Ninja Star and Goemon. These games, they make up for it.
They make up for it. They really do.
They make up for it, and many more. I just didn't want to list every game.
Let's talk about it because they make up for it.
They make up for it, man. I forgive you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you for Superman 64.
I forgive. Yeah.
You are forgiven for Hey You Pikachu. The scars on my hands are Mario Party.
What's Superman 64? That doesn't.
Yeah,
exist.
what is that? Just throw it out the window. It's a coaster. That's what it is. All right. So with that said, I really think we owe it to Nintendo 64 as her birthday to show her some respect and tell her what our favorite games are. Or let's just go with our 2 top favorite Nintendo 64 games. And why, so why don't you start, Jose?
Okay, to my dear love 64. Okay, so I think the things that I love, the 2 games that I love about you.
Start with your second favorite and then your favorite.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, so it's
we're starting reversing it.
yeah,
now.
man, we have to have a little bit of a little bit of wine and dine before we get to the main event,
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite that I played, oh my god, a lot. My second favorite that I played a lot is Pokemon Stadium. I love playing Pokemon Stadium. And I don't know if any of you remember, my favorite thing about Pokemon Stadium were the mini games.
Oh, the mini games.
The mini
yeah.
games.
The mini games are
I don't know
great.
if you guys remember like Magikarp, but my Magikarp was favorite.
Oh, the mini game.
Yeah. And like they're jumping and hitting the numbers and go like it was great. I love it.
Man, I like the sushi mini game with Lickitung or whatever being like.
Yeah. And then when they eat,
Was that Pokemon Stadium 2 or 1?
Yeah, that was
one.
Stadium. Yeah, number 1. And then when
Yeah.
they eat like the poison, they're like. So weird.
Just dying.
But anyway, I love Pokemon Stadium 2. The Pokemon, sorry, not 2. The first one. I love it. It was one of my
2's good too, though.
favorites. I used to play it a lot. And back then I didn't understand. I bet I never beat it actually all the way.
Yeah.
I beat it, like I played it, but I didn't beat. I didn't understand like what was super effective or whatever.
Right.
So I was like, whatever, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Yeah.
Even though you're not
Do it.
effective against it. But anyway, Pokemon Stadium was my jam. Absolutely love it. If you guys have not played it, it's a fun party game too. I feel like it's a really fun party game.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite things that I wish they brought back, which is like, I know that the other like Coliseum and stuff are really good, but one thing they took out of those games that I really wish they still had was the rental Pokemon. Because one thing that was really fun to do for you listeners who don't know is they had these like random Pokemon called rental Pokemon. You could choose like 3 to 6 of them, and they had random move sets, and you didn't like, there was some strategy in it, but you just go through, you tell your friend to leave the room, and then you like pick 6, right? And then you come in, you pick 6, and then you would just pick 3 blindly, and then you do fight, and you wouldn't have to have the games to like bring in your Pokemon, because that's kind of like one of the things, like as a non-competitive player, like my Pokemon, obviously Jose, for you listeners, is really good at Pokemon. Like he's got a competitive team. My Pokemon are just adorable. So like my Pokemon can't beat yours. So it's just like if we have rental Pokemon, we're on the same level.
It was on the same level.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I loved it. I also, by the way, another thing, real tiny detail, I love how they died, how they fainted.
Oh yeah,
Like Magneton would like just like all his parts would just come
fly
out and like
off,
die.
yeah.
I thought he was dying.
and Squirtle's like square.
Yeah, they like intense.
It
Like
falls over.
some of them
It goes
were
in his shell.
Yeah, some of them were intensely like animated. I thought they were actually dying.
Some of them were like having fucking heart attacks, and their little fucking poke brains were exploding in their little poke skulls.
It was really.
Yeah.
I love that. It was. But
Yeah.
I agree. The renting was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium.
I used to play with my brother nonstop.
Yeah, I remember when I pulled out Coliseum, when me and one of my friends wanted to play just like on a rainy day, like as a nostalgia thing, and we were like trying to find the rental thing, and we looked online and we're just like, oh, we have to go get like Ruby and Sapphire to play this game, which I had, but like it was still annoying, you know?
Yeah, it's
So,
like they made it
yeah.
very complicated.
Yeah, but those games are still awesome.
Stadium,
It's just a small critique.
I mean, I would play it again right now if I could.
Yeah,
So
dude.
I would totally play.
Yeah, how do the listeners know we're not playing right now?
Ooh, you're right.
We have a Nintendo 64 here with us, so we could just be playing it. Yeah.
My first favorite game,
Numero uno.
which is Numero Uno.
Say it in Spanish. Is it the same in Spanish?
Yeah, Numero Uno.
No, the name of the game.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, no. Okay, if I was to say it in Spanish, it would say Bajo Kazooie.
Bajo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie.
Okay, so Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie is my favorite. It's my top favorite game from
Uh-huh.
64. Yo!
That's the thing is, you can't resist making those sound effects.
I can. They're my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
I think like maybe like I feel like Banjo Kazooie was the one who gave me like that. Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
inspiration to make sound effects with my mouth.
Oh my god. I mean,
Maybe
I
that's
think a
why I
lot of
look
games
insane on the streets when I'm like making like walking to work and I'm just
yeah,
like,
just
people
sound
are just
effect
staring
things.
at me.
Yeah, because Banjo Kazooie had like sound effects, like everything was a thing, like everything was alive, right?
Everything was alive.
Yeah,
I
yeah, which
loved
is
it.
kind of
Like,
horrifying.
The veggies were alive,
Yeah.
and then like
The Bear and Bird Adventure.
the Bear and the Bird Adventure. And it was so charming. I think I didn't like unpopular opinion. I didn't like Banjo Tooie too much.
I don't like I was saying before we recorded. I don't think that's that unpopular, especially
Yeah.
like if you watch Video Game Donkey, who I'm plugging him right now because he's one of the only YouTubers I really enjoy. But not to say that I don't think YouTubers are great. I just personally don't watch them that much.
Right.
But like Donkey is great, and I disagree with a lot of his opinions on that, but I think he's hilarious. But I did agree with him on his Banjo-Tooie thing, is that like the game is really fun, but it's just like the first one is more focused and better, and Banjo-Tooie in comparison is just so slow. Like it takes forever to do
Exactly.
anything. And that is not saying that's a bad game. If Banjo-Tooie
No.
came out and it was only Banjo-Tooie, it would still be great.
No, yeah,
But-
no, Banjo-Tooie, like, it's not a terrible game. It definitely, like, I played it all the way and it was fun, but Banjo-Kazooie, though, it's
Yeah.
like you said, it's exactly what you said. It's more focused.
Yeah, the Banjo
it's more straight.
the Banjo series is a really good example of quit when you're ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I love, and there was something very charming about like putting the puzzles on the canvases, on the paintings or whatever that
Hell
Rentilla
yeah, dude.
had on the layer.
By the way, fuck that shark.
Oh my god, the chart!
Fuck that shark.
I would just poop on
Although
it.
you told me that there's a little secret way to get rid of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. You just
You
have
can
to
just
like,
blast him with fucking ass eggs, right?
yeah, just literally blast it with like just like swim, bring it to the edge, and then
Yeah.
just like. Like how it does, like when you're like.
There's a little collectible under the little bridge, little dock in the
Fucking
beginning.
genius.
That's really hard to get, but I'm really good at getting that one. It's like a long jump into like a ground pound, and you get down, you get it real quick. And no one can ever seem to do that because the camera in 64 games can be hard to control.
Right.
And it's so funny. I watched one of my friends try to do that forever, and she like couldn't do it. She's screaming at the TV, kept getting game overs, and I'm just like, walked through the living room and like, oh, let me do it. Just grab the controller, did it. It's just like, fuck you. Turn off the system.
No, and the story is so charming. The characters are so charming, and they're all saying really goofy things. Like Gruntilda had rhymes all the time. You remember that?
Hell yeah.
Like it was. I don't know. That game was just so charming in every single aspect, and like not a lot of games are that.
It holds up
charming
pretty
anymore.
well too, you know. I mean, it was kind of sad that like Yooka-Laylee didn't live up to that.
No, it's really sad.
And we're gonna have a whole
Yes.
entire episode about controversial Kickstarters because
That's
your
a good-
boy Cheeto Cereal here has definitely been involved in some shit with Kickstarters.
Good topic.
But we're gonna talk about that later.
And one more thing, Banjo-Kazooie had amazing music.
Oh my god.
So much catchy music. I
Lots
still
of
listen to
banjos
that.
and
Yeah,
kazoos.
lots of
Ease.
banjo. I said banjo.
Banjos.
Banjo.
What's banjo in Spanish though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
I say banjo.
What's guitar though?
Guitarra.
Man, Spanish is weird.
Guitarra.
All right.
Guitarra.
But no, yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, amazing music. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite games. I would play it again and again.
We played it recently.
and we
remember?
did. Well, we didn't play too much, but we played
We
it.
played the first 3 worlds in one sitting.
Did we really?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
We're
You're right.
watching,
We're in the third one. We're in
and then
Cankler's Cavern, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we left off. That
Cankles.
stage is intense, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, no. Banjo-Kazooie, one of my favorites for sure. 100%.
Heck yeah.
And a childhood game. But
Mm.
what about you, Leon? What are your two top
Favorite.
two?
Okay, so
Starting from second, like the same thing. Second.
yeah, second and first. Okay, so before I get to that, I just thought of something while you were talking. I just want to like go on record saying that like Nintendo 64 did one thing that was amazing that I really wish they would have done with other consoles, and they said they were going to do it with the Wii, and they didn't, which was all those fucking awesome special colors. They had so many cool colors: jungle green, smoke purple, the Pikachu edition Nintendo 64.
Oh, you're talking about the console color.
The console
okay. I was like
itself.
confused for a second.
Yeah, because you get your gray, but then
Yeah.
you have all these fucking sweet
I had
colors.
the gray one. I was basic.
Yeah, and like if you remember when the Wii was gonna come out, they're like, we got Luigi green, Peach pink, like all these things come out. And we did get the baby blue and the Mario red, but they were just like the non-backwards compatible ones.
Didn't we get
mostly.
also like Zelda too? There was like a golden Zelda one
for Wii?
for the 64.
No, there was a bunch of different sweet colors, and then there was the Donkey Kong one is the jungle green one, and then the Pikachu one is the Pokemon Stadium like one. The Pikachu one's the best one. That's the one I have in my collection. They're really hard to find, not sun damage for some reason, but like they are awesome. And the cute little cheeks light up red. Like I hope I'm not shooting the price up on eBay right now because they're still pretty affordable. They're not like that expensive, and they're the best one.
How much would you say? Like if I
Well,
remember
a regular
this thing?
64 you should probably pay between like $75 and $95 for a Nintendo
Okay.
64 with one controller and all the hookups that you need. Expansion pack usually adds like $30, $35 on there. But a Pikachu special edition, like special editions are usually like $120, $130.
Okay.
But a Pikachu special edition with the controller, because it has a matching Pokemon controller. I don't know. Like it depends. Like by the time you listen to this podcast, it might not be accurate. But I'd say like 180 maybe. Like
180 maybe.
I would say 200
believe it,
stretching it, but
honestly.
maybe I'm wrong.
For a game that like
Yeah.
it's really rare.
Yeah. If you get multiple Pokemon controllers, like if you got 4 Pokemon controllers with it, like more than 200 is like easy. Like no questions asked.
I had the transparent controller, the one that like you could see
the purple
through
one
it.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the purple
those
one.
are sweet. But okay, so my 2 games.
Okay.
My second game is really tough because I don't really want to be a basic ass bitch and say like Ocarina of Time or something like that, because like Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games. It's not my favorite Zelda game, but it's getting its own episode.
Definitely.
But I don't know, like, and I really liked Kirby, but it's not my favorite Kirby. But I think number 2 is probably Super Smash Bros. 64. It started my love of the Smash series. Obviously, it was the first one, but like, it's still like, so Smash changes a lot from game to game, and as some of you listeners might know, there's a lot of split communities on casual and competitive play.
Right.
And with Smash 64, it's still so unique. Like, it doesn't give you the same experience that like Melee and Brawl and Smash 4 or even like Project M or something would give you, you know? Like, it is unique and it's fun and it's still a great party game. I like to call it Brothers, because it's like Melee, Brawl, 4, and Brothers, you know? And, you know, and 4 on 3DS as well. It gives you a different experience. But, like, it's just fun. And it has, like, a pretty unbalanced roster for competitive play. But I like that game as a party game. It's got some great music, great stages. It's, like, it's so good. It's so good. It's, like, not surprising that they're bringing back all the stages and fun items into newer games, you know?
You know what my favorite sound in that game is?
What?
Is when you...
Falcon Punch?
No. It's when you... I don't remember correctly, but I think it's when you do, like, charge your smash.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the person, that sound when it makes when you hit the opponent, it goes...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
like,
that
it's
is
really
awesome.
deep.
Like, the home run bat is great, too.
Yeah. Like, it's really deep. The sound is so deep. It's just...
Yeah.
It's my favorite sound.
I'll never forget, like, my love for Smash 64. I rented it first before I had ever played it. I just saw Link on the front, and I love by the way, the art style for the manual and the box art for original Smash
It's cute.
is so cute.
It really is.
I wish they kept that. Like, Link looks all lanky and Star Fox is like adorable. But yeah, anyway, so we rented it and we all played as like 4 Links on Samus's stage where the lava comes up on Brinstar, and like we had bombs and bombs on, and like we're just tossing bombs everywhere. We had a bomb only match, and it just blew my fucking tiny brain. It was so fun, like literally exploded it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Smash 64 is great in so many aspects. I could have multiple episodes just about that game, and I love it. It's delicious.
a great game.
And Kirby makes some really cute noises in it. Yeah, it's really fun. And there's a lot of weird rumors about that game back in the day before like Nintendo Power and the internet was really prevalent. Like, you could unlock Sonic. Like, Melee had that too. But like, there's all these secret characters because there were unlockable characters. But like, you know, when Ness showed up and stuff like that, people were like, especially the American market, were like, the fuck is this bitch? Because like,
how many characters did it have in total? I forgot.
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't want to say a number because I'll be wrong. But like Jigglypuff, I think Luigi was secret character, Captain Falcon, Ness, characters like that. It had a decent roster for a 64 fighting game. Also the like best 64 fighting game. I know we dropped shit on Nintendo 64 and her bitch ass for not having good fighting games, but I specifically didn't say that because it can also be considered a party game. Right. And I didn't want to make myself look like an idiot. So,
Leon,
which I do by myself already. So
I love you. You're not an idiot.
And so my favorite Nintendo 64 game is one that I feel people forget a lot about, which is Paper Mario.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yeah. Not only did Paper Mario birth what was considered the best genre of the Mario RPG series, arguably, because Mario RPG on Legend of the Seven Stars is amazing, but like it gave us essentially, without that game, we would not have Thousand Year Door, which is considered to be the best Paper Mario game.
No, probably the other ones, the little handhelds.
Yeah, not like Superstar Saga, things like that.
None of that.
And obviously they wanted to go in a new direction from their Square Enix crossover with Square characters, which was great. But yeah, Paper Mario's got flair, it's got style, and you know, as you listeners know, I love RPGs. And that game is a great RPG.
It's a phenomenal RPG.
Yeah, and it's still, and this is what I'm saying, put me on record for this. Nintendo has a really amazing talent of making timeless art styles. Look at Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. That game still looks amazing, and it's pretty fucking old now.
Even the old one.
Yeah.
Like not the new one,
not
but
the
even
HD.
the old one.
Yeah, and Paper Mario looks good. Like, it looks really, really nice. Like, you pop in 007, and that game's still fun, but it looks like shit. Like, it just looks like shit, and it's not its fault. Like, that was the technology at the time, but Nintendo's like, keep it simple. Let's do something that translates well. And Paper Mario is like, it's great. It's got
a phenomenal game.
An awesome supporting cast. It's got adorable story, good mechanics, and it's just, and it's hard to find to a degree. You don't see it that much like at game stores and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Paper Mario, big mustache game. You know?
Who was your favorite partner? Because you had the Gumba Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
had the little like
Gumbella, I think her name was.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't it the
Gambino. They're like the brother and sister.
the ghost with the little two like flower heads.
Yeah,
That
you
was
know,
really cutesy.
I switched through a lot of them. I don't know if I could pick a favorite, to be honest with you.
I think my favorite was the Koopa.
Koopa,
The
yeah.
Koopa.
And then later on
Koopa.
he was Paracoopa in
Koopa.
Thousand Year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the Koopas a lot too, and they're really useful because you can jump on them and shoot them and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah. Because you can hit enemies with it. It was really cool.
And it was one of the only games when I was a kid that I bought as soon as it came out on the 64. I like saved up my allowance for it specifically because I loved Super Mario RPG so much. And at first I remember being really confused. I thought it was just going to be like look like Mario RPG. I just thought like, you know, Nintendo did some weird things with their boxes. And it wasn't, and it was okay. I was like, oh, okay, I'm into this. I'm down, man.
Yeah, you're down.
Yeah, I'm down.
I wish that. I'm not saying that the other Paper Mario games are bad at all. They're actually phenomenal.
The only bad one that I can think of is Sticker Star.
Aside from
Like
Sticker Star.
unarguably not good.
But what I wish is that Paper Mario would go back to that formula.
Yeah, man.
That
a lot
would
of
be
people.
amazing.
Yeah, because I will say being one of 4 people that played Paper Mario Color Splash on the Nintendo Wii U,
which is gorgeous.
it game's great. Like it has everything that it shouldn't have in a game, and like it has all the red flags. Is what I mean, which is no unique characters. It's all Toads, no partner characters really. Card battle system,
Exactly.
but like they executed it really well. You'd have to play it. I'm not gonna go through I'm not gonna babysit you. Research it yourself, asshole. But like, but I mean,
okay.
Sorry, jeez, Leon, so
Sorry, man.
aggressive.
Take it easy, man.
I'm just kidding. If you really want me to do an episode on it, just comment. But no, like, Color Splash was really good, and it was nice because Sticker Star sucked. And I mean, like, the quality of original Paper Mario is so good. Thousand Year Door is amazing.
Yeah.
And they dropped the ball a few times. I mean, that's gonna happen. You know, when you make video games, you have to.
Perfect in life.
Yeah, there's growing pains. You gotta like try new things. And I'm surprised they went with the card battle system again after the failure that was Sticker Star. But good job, Nintendo. You like stuck to your guns. But give us a Thousand Year Door 2, please, and a Paper Mario OG 2. You know.
I think that Paper Mario, that the 64 Paper Mario, is the one that started my love for Mario and Luigi RPG games.
Yeah. I think that, like,
which I love them.
I think it sparked on SNES for me, solidified on 64, and went into an uncomfortable overdrive with Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on the Game Boy Advance. I played that game in a unique way. My brother and I, we got a Game Boy player on Nintendo GameCube, and we played that game where if you plug 2 controllers in, both controllers can control the game 100% at the same time.
That's so cool, really?
So what we did is I was Mario and he was Luigi.
That's so cool.
And it was super fun.
Oh my god.
It was super fun. So we were like, we have good synergy.
That's so cool.
My brother, Sam Sabalkin, my super awesome bro. He's like the coolest dude I know. I love him and miss him very much. He lives up north away from me, but he is an awesome dude. He's got a great taste in video games. He's smart as they come. And him and I had great synergy. And damn, did we play the shit out of that game together. And it was fun. It was really fun. I don't remember if we beat it, but we played it like that for a long time. And I've played it multiple times. It's about to be remade on the Nintendo 3DS. Woo!
I'm so excited.
Yeah. And what's this edition?
It's the Bowser Minion Stories.
Yeah.
Which I saw. I don't know if you saw like gameplay of it in.
Oh, I did.
It looks so fun.
And I want to just we need to take this opportunity to tell our listeners we're gonna be a little mean right now. You little bitches better buy this game day one so that Nintendo sees that it sells well. Day one sales. Pre-order this shit. And if we can all unite as Nintendo fans or even Nintendo haters who love this game, you know, because you guys exist, like Zelda fans who don't like Nintendo, it's weird. But like, buy this game day one and Nintendo will see those sales and we'll get a fucking sequel.
Yes.
We will get a sequel and they will know that this is the best one. Okay, and we won't get like item special moves, and we won't get like Dream Team tutorials the whole game. We will get Superstar 2.
Yes, Superstar 2.
Yeah.
Because Oh my god, Superstar Saga! I don't think people understand how good that one is.
You know what we should do? We should
in comparison to the other ones.
Yeah. You know what we should do, everybody? Like everyone listening to this, someone should do this and like email me the address. Someone make a Kickstarter, okay, under my name, or like just email me about it. We'll make a Kickstarter, right? And what it'll be is like the Kickstarter will be like, help everyone buy this game. Help everyone buy Superstar. And then we'll like all buy it for everybody. We'll send a copy to everybody who kicks it, right? Everyone's gonna have to just like, give money, and everyone who gives like the retail value of the game will get like a copy or something, and we'll just sell it. And Nintendo will be like, "Holy fuck, this game sold out everywhere, everywhere. We have to make this game we have to make a sequel for Nintendo Switch."
That sad music that the sad animals have. In the eyes of an angel.
Okay, yeah, dude, that's a great plan.
It's a phenomenal game, though.
Yeah,
real talk.
But yeah, so anyways,
yeah, Paper Mario.
Yeah, Paper Mario, man.
Badass game.
But yeah, man, I'm really glad we got to talk about Nintendo 64. We're gonna be talking a lot about it in the future in specific game series. Like I said, Ocarina of Time is gonna be coming right into your face real soon. And other cool 64 games. I usually say there's a lot of them out there, but there's not that many good Nintendo 64 games. But the ones that are good are great, and they really like helped the game industry go where it is today.
I like Resident Evil 2.
For better or
Resident
worse.
Evil 2 was good.
Huh?
Resident Evil 2 was good.
Oh yeah, that was a good port.
It was a really fun game.
Yeah.
For the 64 too.
A little confusing for survival horror fans though,
You're
because there wasn't much on the 64 for survival horror, and then like you got Resident Evil 2, and if that's the first RE game you played, then you're like, what now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was
Yeah.
like,
but yeah, I didn't play that port of it, but I did play. I did play RE2 like a billion other times, so it's a great Dino Crisis. It's great. It's Dino Crisis. I like Dino Crisis. I like Dino Crisis. Okay though.
No, it was a fun game.
Yeah, not as good as Parasite Eve, but still fun.
No. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap things up? Or you want to tell the audience where we can find more out about Jose 2.0?
Nothing much. If you guys wanted me to send me your resumes, I can double check them and proofread for you and make it really pretty. Please don't be that scrub.
You have to pay him though.
Please don't. Yeah, please pay me. But please don't.
It's hard to get a job now. So
You're right.
A good resume is important.
Also, please don't be that scrub. Don't go to career fair with like a black and white resume. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Present
Also,
yourself. Sell yourself.
Yeah. If you're a writer, Jose can probably back this up. You gotta have a nice portfolio.
You really do.
You have to have. You can't just say you're a writer.
No, really, real talk. No, like no, you can't. Like I had to make I designed and made my own portfolio.
Yes.
It looks really cute.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you gotta be
really
good
comments on it. So
we have to take people who like games, gamers, and show the world that we're competent, because we kind of are, or at least we have to like trick people into thinking that we are. Right? And it's just like artists. Like you can't just go with a bunch of fan art.
No, you're right.
To a portfolio review.
Yeah.
You can't just have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure art.
I saw a documentary that was like that like the artist. I don't remember. It was like a Marvel was saying to the artist, like, "What makes this art you?
Yeah,
what
exactly.
makes this? When I look at this, what makes me think that this is you?
Right, and that goes with anything. If you're not an artist, if you're a creator of any kind, if you have your own podcast, if you have your own YouTube channel, if you have a book series you're writing, anything like that, like just keep this in mind. Like, and this is what I think about when I create EXPodcast. Although EXPodcast is like really casual. Quality control, man.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
But yeah, so I'm glad like Jose doesn't really have any direct contacts, but you can like mention him in the comments on our iTunes reviews and like tell him nice things about himself.
Yeah, let me know. I mean,
one of our best.
I'm definitely gonna be working on a few stuff that I have planned out.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of games specifically, because I have a passion for games in art form.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll definitely be working on them.
Yeah, and you'll be hearing a lot more from Jose on the podcast. He's gonna come on to Choose My Own Adventure soon.
This is not the end of me.
Man, one thing I love about doing this podcast is like me as a singer is probably like the worst thing ever.
It
and
is.
I don't have to give a shit. I can just sing.
You're right. You're sing.
I hate singing, but whatever. All right, so that's great, Jose. All right, so it's been a very happy birthday for Nintendo 64. 1 year older, 1 year wiser. Happy 21st, Nintendo 64.
That's really cute.
Happy 21st. We love you. And with that said,
I'm gonna cry.
With that said, I want to go ahead and thank our sound guy Grant. We couldn't do without him. Every episode, just
go
phenomenal.
Granty.
I want to thank Michael Fox for letting us use that music. Oh, so sweet. Find him at Ambassador Fox. And check out my primary podcast at choosemyownadventurepodcast.com. You can find more EX podcasts there. You can also find this one and that one on iTunes. I'm putting
this one and that one.
This one and that. You know what I'm talking
and
about.
those 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and all the other podcasts in the world. But yeah, check them out. They're a good time. Please share them with your friends.
Yep.
We want to do giveaways. We want to do more stuff for you guys. Like, this isn't about, like, me making a buck or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is about me having fun. And I really want to just, like, give some love back to the thing that's been making me happy my whole life.
Yeah, and give us good discussions. Like if you have one, good ideas and whatnot, that's really good.
Let's debate. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's just hang out. And maybe if you're a big fan, maybe we can get you on the show as a guest.
Hell yes. That would be amazing.
I'd love to talk to people I've never met before.
Same.
Yeah. So with that said, this has been EX Podcast, another great episode in the hole. And any closing words, Jose?
Nothing. Be yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself every time. Be yourself and have fun with life.
Yeah.
Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah. Make sure Nintendo 64 drinks some water when she wakes up in the morning, guys, and just play some games with her. Have fun.
Have fun.
And if you don't have Nintendo 64, go buy one. They're sweet.
Yeah. Jerk off to it.
Don't.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Bye guys.
Woo woo.
Woo-woo. Love you all.
Matt.
65.